Howdy boys and girls, this here is Kevin Lacey again, back here with another installment of my Flight Like You Stole It YouTube channel. We were doing some work on a little airplane here just a while back, and I was talking about my spark plugs. I did a compression check, and I was talking about putting on freshly annealed spark plug gaskets. And people started asking me, I got a lot of questions about, well, how do you anneal the plug gaskets? You can buy these spark plug gaskets, these little seals here, brandy spanking new. Every time you pull your spark plugs out and put them back in, you should put in either new ones or anneal them. Now Champion doesn't recommend that you anneal them because for this reason right here. If you can see how that gasket sits down on there nice and snug and nice and tight. Hope that camera zooms in on there good. You can see how it fits. You turn it around and it's kind of tapered and it's got a small little gap right here. Well, the plug gasket here, what happens is when it gets real good and hot, that thing just, it gets to where it's just stone cold hard. It gets really hardened up. So what we're going to do is we're going to anneal these things the old school way, the way I was taught back many years ago by a bunch of old guys. I don't know if they taught me right or not. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get us a cup of water. That's your everyday house water out of the tap at the bathroom or wherever you get your water from. It's just a cup of water right there. I'm going to get me a little piece of hook here. Probably too short for me to do a whole lot of them because it'll start getting hot after a while. I'm going to hang this thing on there like this. And I got myself one of those everyday propane torches. Hope I'm going to be able to do this where you can see this. Turn her on. Well, I can hear it going now. Fire in the hole, baby. Woo! Yeah, look at it go. All right now. Probably can't hear me very well over the sound of this propane torch. What we're going to do is we're going to get this thing red hot. We're going to get it smoking red hot. It is going to glow good. See how good red hot she is? She's glowing, alright? Don't overdo it if you're going to do this. Don't overdo it. Simply drop it in the water. Did you hear it go? I'll grab another one and do another one real quick here. And then I'll pull them out of there and I'll show you what happens to them or what they look like when they're done. I'll ruin two of them here just for demonstration purposes. But I'll show you the difference between a plug gasket that's ready to go on the airplane and a plug gasket that you want to either discard or anneal. This is the annealing process. They get heat treated, if you will, from the heat of the cylinder head. You're running 400 some odd degrees on your cylinder head temperature. That makes these things get really good and hard. And when you put them on, when you apply the proper torque to your spark plug with your torque wrench, you want these things to at least seal up the edges and the gaps around there. We're good and red hot again. See that? Oh yeah, baby. It goes inside there. And I don't know where the word or the term quenching came from, but if you heard it drop in the water and it went, I guess that's what you would call it. Here is a freshly annealed plug gasket. Now for demonstration purposes, let me show you what it did to that thing. It took that rock hard solid spark plug gasket. Now I can bend it and twist it any which way I can. So that gives you an indication of how heat treated it gets when it's on the engine over there and how you really want to put it back on the airplane or on the engine once it's softened back up again. Now when I get them softened back up again, I will make sure I put them on the spark plug in the way that they're supposed to be, because like I showed you before, there is a little bitty gap there. But now it looks like I almost have a brandy spanking new plug gasket right there, doesn't it? Although it's not brand new, and it's got a little gap right here. If you look at it real close, there's a little bitty gap there. You put it on there like that, there's no gap. I always seem to put them back on like this, but I get them good and quenched. They're good and soft when I put them back on, so that means they'll crunch back down like they're supposed to when you install them. Now, that's about all I got to show you on that right now. It was real simple, real easy. just a little bit of house water, tap water that you get from any other place, regular old propane torch, pick it up at your local hardware store. Remember, there are a lot of rules and regulations regarding aircraft maintenance, and a lot of maintenance called preventative maintenance is allowed to be performed by the pilot or the owner of the aircraft. I happen to be qualified as the owner of the airplane and the pilot of the airplane and as a certified mechanic. However, these aren't secrets that should be kept from people who want to go out there and give it a try. Seek advice from your local mechanic, whoever, if you've got somebody that'll help you with these kind of issues. And anyway, that's how you anneal a plug gasket. Till next time, we'll see you later. Adios.